In the ancient lands of Babylon, where empires rose and fell like dunes in the desert wind, lived three young men whose faith would be tested by fire. Their names were Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, known to the Babylonians as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were captives from Judah, yet their hearts remained loyal to the one true God. King Nebuchadnezzar, ruler of the vast Babylonian empire, swelled with pride. He commanded a colossal statue of gold to be erected on the plain of Dura. Standing 90 feet high, it was a monument to his own power. A decree was sent out across the land. When the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, and all kinds of music played, everyone in every province must bow down and worship the golden image. The penalty for disobedience was absolute and terrifying: to be thrown into a blazing, fiery furnace. The day of the dedication arrived. Officials, governors, and peoples from every nation gathered before the immense golden figure. As the first notes of the royal anthem echoed across the plain, a sea of people fell to their knees. But amidst the bowing crowd, three figures remained standing tall. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stood firm, their faces set like flint, their eyes turned not to the golden idol, but to the heavens. Word of their defiance quickly reached the king. Consumed by fury, Nebuchadnezzar summoned them. "Is it true," he roared, his voice thundering with rage, "that you do not serve my gods or worship the golden image I have set up?" He offered them one last chance. "If you are ready to fall down and worship the image when you hear the music, very well. But if you do not worship, you will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hand?" Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered with a calm that defied the king's fury. "O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up." The king's face contorted with rage. He ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. The strongest soldiers in his army were commanded to bind the three men and cast them into the fire. The furnace was so intensely hot that the flames leaped out and consumed the soldiers who threw them in. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fully clothed and bound, fell into the heart of the inferno. Nebuchadnezzar watched, expecting to see them instantly incinerated. But then he leaped to his feet in utter astonishment. He turned to his advisors, his eyes wide with disbelief. "Weren't there 3 men that we tied up and threw into the fire?" They replied, "Certainly, your majesty." He exclaimed, "Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods." The mighty king approached the opening of the furnace, his voice now filled with awe instead of anger. "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out. Come here." And so, from the midst of the flames, the 3 men walked out. The fire had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair of their heads singed. Their robes were not scorched, and there was no smell of fire on them. Humbled and amazed, Nebuchadnezzar proclaimed, "Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and rescued his servants." They trusted in him and defied the king's command, willing to give up their lives rather than serve or worship any god except their own God. In that moment, a powerful king learned that earthly power is nothing before the power of heaven, and that true faith can withstand even the hottest flames. Thank you for joining us in this powerful story from the old days. If you were moved by this account of unwavering faith, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this every week. We appreciate your support.